My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We are just doing a demonstration a few minutes ago on Facebook, talking about the invisible Phoenix technology that we're going to be launching. That's me eating cookies over there. Actually, it's going to be launching on the 2nd of August for this invisible technology. I'm going to be designing me a customized screen for myself. I can't wait. So I found me a surface that has a sneeze guard surface, like for protection and all that. But it's like 24 feet by 60 feet. It's a nice size. It's actually 235.1. They make a great 235.1 screen, so that's what I'm using it for. All right, so today we're going to talk about the Christie projectors we have over here. How these screens look incredible. I actually love Christie projectors. I found out about a Christie projector a long time ago. It's a customer who was raving over this projector called Christie, and he was talking about how high-tech these things were. And he was talking about how he got this projector, took it down to a shop, and they stole this projector. Literally stole the projector. Like, not even at the shop anymore. I mean, literally just closed down the shop and took the projector. These projectors were worth, like, at that time, like $60,000, $70,000 projectors. So anyway, I kind of stuck in my head until later on, popping up on eBay, I got my first Christie, and then I just started buying them up. Because I'm telling you, for a projector, even the 2012 models that are outdated, they look incredible on our screens. Absolutely incredible. So, you know, I can show you on eBay, you can go and get yourself a Christie projector for an easy 120 bucks. That's it. And we're talking about enough lumens off this bad boy to run it outside with no problem. Any application off of it, lens shift capabilities. You know, once you get used to using lens shift, you can't go back to any other projector. Lens shift will ruin you for other projectors. Literally, you can't go back. There's no adjusting this and adjusting that. You just basically set the projector down and move the screen where you want it to go, which I freaking love. So we're going to set up a couple of these projectors real quick. We're going to bring out the blue screen, and we're going to fire up the 720p's to show you that how amazing these projectors are. And if you see one on eBay, you may want to go grab it, because you can save yourself a lot of money. And with our products, and like I said, that Christie, oh man, I can't wait to get myself like I'm using older ones. Mine are discontinued from 2012. I can't wait to get my hands on a newer model Christie. But like I said, newer model Christie's, my $80,000 projector. So they're top tier, boys. Top tier, good ones. So let's get this started. So we're going. Man, having a good day today. So this is going to be available. Got a bunch of stores asking about this invisible technology, especially when you can take a direct hit from the sun. This is fantastic because, like I said, a lot of stores and restaurants, because of COVID, they want people to eat outside more. And this will allow you to put these big displays up in the window. People can sit there and watch movies and whatever. 12 o'clock in the afternoon, no problem with the screen watching them. So I'm going to be doing a much bigger screen than that. I ordered a piece of plexiglass. This is kind of used for guard for, you know, at a bank or something. But it comes with the stand and everything. It's perfect. I don't have to worry about setting it up. It's like a little TV. So it's going to be like 24 feet in height. And I think the length is like a 60. That's about 235.1. We're going to have a 235.1 projector already here. So I might as well utilize that one for the demonstration. So that is going to be my screen. I actually want to turn it to my computer screen. Because right now I got a TV monitor up there. And I can get myself a 235.1. Oh man, freaking computer monitor. And customize that with that invisible technology. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely that would be sweet. Alright, so let's get this started. Things back in order over here. Get our projector, a screen, to get a screen in here and some sound. Yeah, I used to have, throughout my house, I had all Sony projectors. Sony FA36, FA30s, had them throughout the entire house. These big boy projectors right here. This is what I had first. I had those first. I bought 5 of those projectors right there, Sony's. And then when I got the Christie, and I plugged that thing, and I was like, well, that's it. I'm not buying any more Sonys. I was buying up my Sony projectors. I want to buy Christie's from now on. And anyone I introduced a Christie to, they haven't went back and bought any other projector but a Christie. All right, so let's get the screen up. tell you right now, the Elite screen is so much lighter to move. Oh my goodness, man. I don't know, that generic screen, whoa, that generic screen I got, almost got my life with that one. That generic screen I got, that thing is so freaking heavy. I just left that thing in the basement, man. I'm not bringing that thing up anymore. That thing is so freaking heavy. There we go. Make sure up there. Alright, we're in. Hopefully I didn't show any crack. Alright, so we got the screen hung up. Hey, that thing's a lightweight, man. That's a 100-inch screen. I can lift it up by myself. Hang it up. That's it. But they're lightweight. Actually, I might use a form of lightweight aluminum. Alright, so you see, we gotta get ourselves a stand over here. Got a fire stick set up, so we're good. Come on, Root. Root. It's the best time to do it because Kitty Kaboom is down for her nap right now, so she's not running around the house doing crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Yes. So this will help you save some money. So you can figure out exactly, you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money for a projector. That's the whole purpose, you know. These big companies will have you go out and tell you how to buy this projector and that projector, all these expensive projectors. You don't have to go out and do that. Also, we're going to do a little demonstration too on some gray screen paint products to show you that whatever projector we swap out in this demonstration, the gray screen is always going to remain the same, no matter what. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we got 5 projectors over here. So keep in mind, we're going to do gray screen paint mixes on our technology. And I'm going to show you when we swap out every last one of these projectors sitting on the floor, that the gray screens are always going to remain the same. The color is never going to change. As I said before, you have to see it at a difference in your technology. And we're going to have gray screens and certified. It's going to be both. So it's not going to be just one person. It's going to be gray screens and certifieds. And we'll show you in the demonstration. I got tape too, which is good. Well, my tape might be upstairs. So nobody gets upset. We got, and you know what? Your stuff should be tested. So this shouldn't be a problem for anyone. If you're worried about, if you get upset because your product fails and you haven't done enough tests, that's all to it. Okay. So we're going to have certifieds and we're going to have screen paint mixes on here. It's a little bit of everything, just to show you that at the end of the day, it comes down to your screen. Your projector is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Unless it's a knockoff projector. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. You should not be calibrating your projector at all, period. And honestly, with the technology we have today, with projection screen technology, with projector technology, you really should not be calibrating a projector that caliber at all, period. That's something wrong with your screen there. I mean, if we're using, keep in mind, if we're using, at that particular time when these projectors were discontinued in 2012, just think exactly where projection screen technology was at in 2012. So these are the projectors we're using. We're using projectors that are pretty much outdated, nobody uses anymore, and they look amazing on our screens. So why in the world have the other screens haven't caught up to that technology yet? Here's some tape on the back. Which is my so long, don't you need long? Alright. I love the fact that when I get up in the morning, I go to work, I can be barefooted and just basically wear my just relax all day. That's what I love. I don't have to wear a suit or anything. I did that one already. Remember, I'm 53 people. I've had all kinds of business jobs and opportunities and stuff like that. I had to wear suits in some jobs and uniforms in others. I've been around the block a few times. I remember one time I got somebody got mad at me and said, "Why don't you get a road job?" I got several degrees. One of my degrees in culinary arts. I went to Paris. Did a month over in Paris internship. So yeah, been around the block a few times. Been there, done that. All right, so this is where I landed at eventually, and this is where I like, and this is where I'm going to stay. So let me see. We got several sample sheets up here. So we're going to put some of these screen paints up here first. We're going to start off with Crow's product, Metallica mix. I wonder if he did that demonstration yet. I doubt he did. I don't think he did. All right. Let me get some stocks too. Let me prepare for it on camera. Time. This is why it's important to test your products against every certified screen you can get your hands on, not the ones that you feel comfortable with. You got to even get the ones that you're not going to feel comfortable with. That's the fun part right there. No, whether or not you're going to basically be able to compete with that screen. If you pick screens you're going to be comfortable with, then what's going to happen when somebody tests you getting something you're not used to being around? You're not going to do too well. So let's see if it's the technology that we make, or the projector that's doing all the work, or these screens that do all the work. I'm going to do this on a blue screen. So let's get this done. Let's get this started. All right, we got Crow's Metallica mix, which has yet to be tested outside on a Starfield demonstration, which we have requested, and it hasn't been done yet. Oh no, that's not ever going to happen. Let me see. I need more frog tape. Here we go. Crow's personal mix. Right here. Put that right here. So this is the screen paint products right here. Where's my cat moving my curtains back and forth? Come on now, kitty. Been like that for the longest time. Okie dokie. Okay, let's get down some certifies here. We're going to start off with, is this DMP Supernova? Nope, this is it's a matinee black. That's a matinee black by Seymour AV. That's their darker version. Put that one right here. And of course, I don't know how much that screen costs. I think they may be around 16, 18, I don't know, around that price. I know they don't cost as much as my paint costs. My paint's around $224, so there's nowhere in the world you're going to be. The cheapest paint we have on here is that Crow screen paint, which claims to do the same thing we do, and he's saving you hundreds of dollars and giving you a good quality product, but yet can't take the screen outside and show a Starfield demonstration. And yet he can't show a white background showing the white levels of his UV mix, but there's quality there. So that has yet to be, the jury's out on that one, isn't it? Still haven't got that Starfield demonstration yet, inside or outside. So let's see how long that one takes. I'm going to put a timer on the website to see how long it takes. Cinema Gray by Elite Screens, which is a light gray screen paint too. We'll put that right there. Can't talk about quality if you don't do tests. Tests equal to quality. That's where quality comes from, doing tests. If you don't do test demonstrations and you do comfortable tests, that's not quality. It's called cutting corners. That's what it's called. All right, we got, I'm going to butcher the crap out of this, and you know what's going to happen. Parallax Pure 0.8, where this is a $5,000 projection screen, just to let you know. If you ever thought about getting one of these, it's $5,000. And it's $5,000 for a 100-inch only. Don't try to go to the 126, because yeah, your price is going to jump like crazy. And you won't be using any of these projectors, because they'll advise you to actually go out and buy yourself a very, very expensive projector. They're not going to tell you to go out and buy one of these, no. I mean, seriously, what projection screen company is going to sit there and say, hey, look, got a $5,000 projection screen right here. How about you go out and get yourself an outdated Christie 2012 projector and use it on our screen? They're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you to go out and buy some expensive, godforsaken projector. It's going to cost you an arm and a leg. And at the end of the day, you're still going to be in a dark environment and you're still going to be calibrating. All right, over here, let me see. Seymour AV 1.3. 1.3, Seymour AV 1.3. All right, we got enough of them up there, do we not? Yes, we do. Okay. Light gray screens up there. Oh, I forgot. Gunmetals have to be in the center. because this has a reflective surface, and the reflective surface is going to turn the screen dark if we put it to over here. So it has to be right in the center of the screen. That's an interesting flaw. So you can't put it to the side because it won't pick up. You literally have to see it from that way. Hey, check it out. You know what that is, right? That's an invisible technology. See how that stuff looks when the projector's off? Is that cool or what? Can't even see through it. Yeah, that's that invisible technology. That's a technology that took that direct hit from the sun and smiled. That's what that baby is. That's going to be launching pretty soon, too. I'm going to be doing myself a customized 235.1 plexiglass screen for my computer setup. All right, which Christie we want to start off with? We got 5 of them on it. We got 4 on the floor. So we're going to start off with the lowest one. We're going to start off with the 720p XGA. XGA? No, XGA. Check one for that one first. That one first. That one would cost you $120. I gotta change out my lamps in these things. The lamps are good, but I'm gonna change out my lamps out. Like I said, Christie Projectors all take the same lamp, which is freaking amazing. Man, at $80 a pop for some of these lamps. You wanna make sure you get a good one. All right, let's get some power for this baby. Get it powered up. Power it up, power it up. Power it up, power it up. We got hot one there. Smell the heat already. Come on, you mean tell me you got all these freaking power cords in place? Oh, I know we got one. You gotta charge the generator up. You gotta put a charge in the generator. We got one over there. I'm like, where the heck are my power cords at? Come all over the house. I swear, I don't know what the freak he was ranting about. Kind of sound like Cobra Commander from G.I. Joe. I'll get you, Cobra. Calm down. Seriously, just do the demonstration. That's what you need to do. Do the demonstration. Do the test. Do the challenge. Okay? Don't rant. Do the challenge. I get tired of people running their mouths and not backing it up. I back it up every day. Every day I come over here and back it up. So stop all the ranting and get the challenge done. Or we'll do a repeat. I told you I'll take your product out there and do it for you. You're going to talk a lot of trash about how good your product is and how it's equal to ours. If you're going to talk that nonsense, you're going to have to walk that mile with us. And that mile's a nasty one too. And if your product doesn't make it, well, it just doesn't make it. Instead of you getting on there ranting at some Q&A, you need to get up there and get that challenge done, really, seriously. That's getting kind of embarrassing. Next time you know better not to go against something that is a high-tech product, you know what I mean? Put it this way, if there's a company out there, like I said, if I saw somebody who was doing a demonstration, like way beyond whatever I could ever do, I'm not challenging that person. I'll probably take some time to study and learn about them, but I'm not going to challenge. You got to know your limitations. You don't know his limitations. That's the problem. Doesn't know his limitations. Gotta know your limitations. I know my limitations. Certain screens, there's some screens I haven't even had a chance to test yet. I tell you, one company has me thinking a lot. Screen Innovation. Screen Innovation's got some amazing technology. They do. I've been checking them out. They got some amazing technology. And they got this one screen that's white and it turns black. I don't know how the freak they did that, but that is freaking mind blowing. I gotta give them that. I'm not a big fan of them. They get on my nerves sometimes. I don't like them because of what they did to me back in 2015. But other than that, man, I got to give the man his props, man. They're good. They're good. I want to see if we can go against that screen. That was the most impressive demonstration I've ever seen. Now, the other ones I saw, the Black Diamond, I wasn't impressed by that because the fact that the caliber of the projector they were using was freaking insane. You're using a 10,000 lumen Sony ultra short throw projector. One's like a giant coffee table. I mean, 10,000 lumens are less than a foot away from your screen. Oh, come on, man. You can make notebook paper look like a plasma TV with that thing. But that other screen, the one that reflected that white into black, oh, yeah, that was impressive. That was quite impressive. Where are we at right now on this one? Now, this projector right here, you can get this projector for $120 right now. I'm working on getting a good one. Good one. Oh, okay. Sorry, Chief. My bad. Projector keeps shutting off. Projector keeps shutting off. That could have something to do with the power supply. Yeah, I could definitely have something to do with the power supply. You got a faulty power supply that would do that. I've had that happen for me before. I had a ViewSonic and a BenQ that did that. They would be on for a bit, and then poof, it would just shut off out of nowhere. It was a faulty power supply that did it. But like I said, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't. Just like I said, this projector running right now, $100. I got them right now, eBay, $100 is a merchant selling right now, free shipping. I'll put the links down the bottom so if you're interested in picking one up. Now look about this projector right here. See right here? This is lens shift. This is what's going to spoil you for life. This right here. You will never go back to another projector because of this. You can have your projector sitting here and you can just shift it right in its place. Like move it over here if you want to put it right there. Move it over there. I love freaking lens shift. I can't live freaking without it. All right, let's go into our menu because I haven't been on this one in a while. Keystone. Oh, okay. These are nice. These are good projectors. And like I said, if you want something with, this is in eco mode right now. So on these projectors, Whisper is eco mode. That's what that stands for. That's Whisper. These are our settings we have in there. I'm going to expand this to a 16:9 so it fits the screen. Most people want more lumens, more lumens, more lumens, and this is fantastic because, like I said, 4,300 lumens. Now, if you want to do 235.1, I would go with the ViewSonic. ViewSonic has a projector over there. I got an SVGA. They have them in WXGA. They have them like around 150. You get them for $150. I got my few for 150, 175. Buy them used. Any ViewSonic that's a 2016 model and up has a 235.1 option built into it. So that's if you ever wanted to do that, have a 235.1 setup, easy to do. Instead of spending an arm and a leg for a lens or something like that, or a projector that has the capability to do it, like JVCs and stuff like that will cost you an arm and a leg. All right, he needs to get to the advanced settings, which we need to be at right now. These projectors also too have surround sound. Did you know that? Oh. Surround sound, yes. They have surround sound in them. All right, so let me see. We're going to go to easy menu. And we're going to go to our audio inputs, images. We're at, okay, that's not there. Okay, we're going to go up one, another one. Okay, that's the 16:9. All right, that's perfect. That's what we need right there. We're good. All right, just got to bring our projector back some. And we should be fitting right in that spot. Now, say if you bring your projector back and you got that little gap at the bottom, all you gotta do is go to your keystone setting and just bring it down. That's it. You don't gotta move your projector, nothing. Just bring it right on down and you fit right in that spot. We're done. Now, these right here, the big boy, the 505, are automatic. These are all automatic. You won't touch anything on that projector. Everything on that projector automatic. It even adjusts the lens. You hear the clicking sound going off, it's constantly adjusting the lens to focus all the time to make sure the picture stays sharp. Those you can get for $500 with remote control, and the lamps, like I said, are really cheap. These, on the other hand, the remote controls are hard to get, but like I said, they're very reasonable. This is the most expensive one. This right here, for some reason, this particular model, the LW U420, will cost you around $500 to $900. I got one for $230. I put the link out so everybody can get their hands on them. But this one right here is also a full 1080p too, but this is 5,000 lumens right here. This is 43. This one's actually $500. Anywhere you go, they're $500. If someone's charging more for them, don't buy it. I hate to say that, but true. But you can get it for $500. You can get it for cheaper. Might as well just go with it. Yeah, like I said, it could be. Let me see, Optimus short throw. An Optimus short throw. That's a good projector right there. Okay, you need. Keep shutting. Yeah, shutting off. That could be power supply. That could be a faulty power supply. I guarantee you. If it was your lamp going off like that, you would get an indicator coming up telling you that your lamp is faulty, or if it was your filter, indicator will come up and tell you there's something wrong with it. Let me get a remote control real quick. You need a remote control for this. So right now we'll operate, and I'll put the link. I think the guy's still selling the projectors too with free worldwide shipping. Yeah, if you change the lamp on it, yeah, that's your power supply. Or it could be a power supply. Yeah, it's definitely something wrong with the power supply. It's definitely something wrong with the power supply. Because if it's your lamp, basically two things come out of a lamp. When a lamp is about to die, they flicker. Like a regular lamp, they have a flicker look to them. That's how you know your lamp is about to go. If you get that before your indicator goes off, it'll start to flicker. Some people go in and call themselves resetting the lamp life. That doesn't do anything at all. It just basically gives you a chance. You ever have a projector lamp explode and your projector, you ever heard that before? I had one happen to me. I had a BenQ explode. The lamp exploded because I kept going back and resetting the timer over and over again, and that thing got overheated and it boom went off in the room. Yeah, you won't forget that one ever again. Yeah, 4,500 lumens. That's good.
At Domino's, we're more than just pizza.
Turn this down some.
We're $5.99
Too loud
for
here.
$5.99 sandwich, $5.99 pasta.
That's the sound from the projector. It's
and
pretty
yes,
good.
$5.99 pizza too. We didn't
Pretty
stop
good.
at pizza. You don't have to either.
Pretty good for that being just the audio itself. And look at the audio setup in here. This is your audio setup in here. You got surround sound, tremble, bass, everything. And this is in a projector that it will cost you $120 with free shipping. I'm gonna see if the merchant still has them. So let me get the sound down a little bit here for you. Audio. So you see that up close, how beautiful the image looks. Color white.
Getting that from YouTube.
All these have HDMI outputs on the back of them. How much would it cost? I don't know. I couldn't tell you the truth. How much would it cost for what? For I don't know what you mean by how much would it cost. I don't know how much a lamp would cost for that particular projector or the power supply or any of that. You have to call the manufacturer and get that information, or probably go to a forum site to get that information. We're now just talking about Christie Projectors. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. So we're showing you what a $100 projector that you can get off eBay right now for $100. You can buy how it pairs with our products and how it pairs with other products. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Now the reason why we do the colors first is because that way you don't see a saturation of camouflage colors where you can't tell what's what. You can just see solid blues and greens. Yeah, but it's only 500 hours. It doesn't make a difference. If your power supply is dying, that is strictly your power supply. Yeah, that's your power supply. If your projector's cut it off, just like that, you better have it on a couple of minutes and shuts off, that has something to do with your power supply. There's only two things going to come out of your lamp. If you're going to get little, if you change your lamp, if you did what do you call it? I forgot, diagnostic on it. And first, when people's projectors start acting up, the first thing they change out are their lamps. And if it's still acting up after the lamp is changed and it's cutting off like that, it's definitely a power supply. Because I had an Optima that did that to me. I bought an Optima, had 3,000 lumens on it, and it ran perfectly, nice and bright, and it every once in a while it'd be on for a little bit and it just shut off. It just kept doing that. So yeah, there was something wrong with the kill switch, or there was something wrong with the power supply. But I just went and got another one. Sometimes it'll cost you more to get it fixed. You're just better off just getting another one or get something a little cheaper. Just don't get a knockoff. Color green.
Getting that from YouTube.
Okay, green's much better. Right, you gotta be up close to see. This is the one thing. This is why we have to put the screen in the front. Because this screen, I don't know why they make them this way. So usually, some of the high-up gunmetal screens have a kind of reflective surface. The reason why they do that because they think it makes the screen brighter, but it causes a narrow viewing cone effect, which means if you go to turn to the side, it starts to turn dark on you. That's the narrow viewing cone effect right there. Nice and bright. Turn to the side. Turns dark. Yeah. Like I said, get it. If I were you, you can go to a shop and get it fixed, or you can just basically I mean, projectors are cheap. You just buy another one. Let's see. Color purple.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, wrong choice, color purple. Oh, we got it right here. You can take one of these. I'm not ignoring you, Chief. I'm just trying to get through the demonstration. But like I said, if it's a power supply, if the projector's cutting off after you put a new lamp in it, it's definitely power supply. You know, the only thing you can do is basically call the manufacturer, maybe get some information, and basically if anyone had any troubleshooting with something like that, go to a forum site, get information. That's the best I can tell you. But other than that, at the end of the day, you're probably going to end up getting a new projector because that's what I usually had to do. And especially when they're going to charge you basically to open it up, fix it, maintenance and all that. Yeah, it's just better to get another projector. Unless you got some monster house of an investment that you paid, like a giant projector you paid for. And I mean, get a big boy Christie, one of them, you know, something. But then again, the parts are not going to cost you the same amount of money too. I mean, my filters on one of my projectors are like $300. One of the Christies, just the filters on the side of them are $300. So if one of those filters get damaged, that's $300. I literally got to pay out to put a filter in the side of a projector, literally. So that's why I tell people, when you go near those big boy venue projectors, check the lamps first, how much the lamps are going to cost you, and check how much the lens is going to cost you. Because some people will sell a barcode projector with no lens. Usually they pull the lenses out because he's selling. Lenses are probably like $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $9,000. They'll pull those out and they'll sell it to you. And somebody will buy it, and like, what's the worst a lens is going to cost you? You're going to buy the lens and find the lens is going to cost you $12 grand. You know what I mean? Or you're going to pay $1,500 for a lamp. So that's why I tell people, make sure you find out, especially barcodes are really, really crazy expensive projectors. I saw one on there for $250. I said, oh, barcode for $250. I was looking at the image, I was about to hit the shopping cart and buy it, and something told me to zoom up on the image where the lens was at, and the lens was completely missing. So I went back to check to see how much the lens was going to cost me. It was like $13,000 for the lens. I was like, no, I don't want that. It's just way too much money.
No, it's over peaceful.
Well, yeah, like I said, go look around and find out. You know what I mean? You can take it to somebody and get it fixed. You know what I mean? If that's a favorite projector that you like. I mean, I got a few projectors around here that I freaking love to death. Like that 505, man. I love that 505 to death, man. But I just would just buy another one. For me, it's a $500. That's why I buy the cheaper projectors. It's like a $500 projector. That's basically about it. I'll show you something real quick. I want to come right back. So this is what happens when they rip out the lens. Let me show you. This is the first Christie I bought. The guy sold me this projector. It was broken. That was the first one I bought right there. They're both the same projectors. So when the projector got here, that was missing, the lens. So you can take that lens completely out. I can tell you about these Christie projectors. That lens, that projector right there can change over to short throw, ultra short throw, extended throw. It's like 4 or 5 lenses that fit that projector. So you can easily remove them. So this is the first one I got in that I ordered from this guy. When it came in, lens was missing, projector never came on. So he pretty much forfeited. I got my money back and I bought that one. But yeah, when you see the projectors like this, and you see them, the screws in there, those little corners like that, the 1, 2, 3, the 4 screws, your lens is missing. And what they'll try to do is they'll try to take a blurry picture of it to make it look like there's a lens on. Or they'll turn the projector on to make it look like there's a lens operating in it, and it's not. Yeah, if you can fix it yourself, then yeah, you save yourself a lot of money. Because anybody else is going to charge an arm and leg. The minute that projector comes into the shop, that meter's going to start running. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's go to the Starfield screensaver and see what the contrast levels pick up. And this is the shifting technology we're using. That blue technology that can actually pull a contrast level. Man, this thing is so freaking loud. I turn it down, it's still loud. So as you can see, this projector costs 120 bucks. You get the regular on eBay, and you could have a $5,000 screen down to screen paint, and you still wouldn't be able to pick up a contrast level or a proper color at all. That's why we like these projectors. These projectors pair perfectly with our technology. And this projector has a 3,000 to 1 contrast ratio. That's it. But the screen does all the work. Gives the projector contrast, gives a color, where the other screens are not going to be able to pick it up. Let's put on a 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
And as you can see, the technology we have under the blue shifting, the contrast shifting technology, can pull the high levels just like the other screens can. LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
LG Beta Fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Man, I hope one day they make it possible for us to start showing movies on here. Like we can do movie clips or something. I don't know why. It's advertising. And then on top of that, we get to show off movies on the screens, which would be nice. But you know. I would love to be able to show off some movie demonstrations on these screens. So I'm gonna put a link in the video description where you can actually get this projector if you're interested. They got them on eBay all over the place. But one merchant I found, he had them for 120 bucks. No, 120 bucks, free shipping. Yeah, ultra short throws. I got one. Ultra short throw right on the floor. I paid 60 bucks for that one. I got those. Those are the NEC projectors. Yep. They're nice for tight spaces. I have one in the kitchen, and I have one here. And where's the other one at? I have no idea. All right, so you can see how beautiful that looks. Let's go over here real quick. I'm gonna go to Key Cut real quick. I have to do it with the commercials. Key Cut. There we go. I just got, customer called in and they bought a generic projector. It was a pretty bad knockoff. And they paid about $130 for it. So I suggested them go to this merchant, and now he got a Christie projector coming to him with the, he got the black, he got the black Phoenix. And he only paid 120 bucks for this projector. Christie's are what you call the four. Actually, there's 4 of them. I learned there's another one. I only know three of the top tier projectors. So the top tier projectors, Christie, Barcode, and Ronco. These are projectors that cost, like, I'm seriously, these projectors are no joke. Like right now, they have an ultra short throw Christie, and this projector is a 2012 model. They want $3,500 for that projector. Christie projectors are top of the line projectors. Oh no, that's not a big one. I got a big projector upstairs. That thing came in a road case. I had a 75,000 lumen projector upstairs. Yeah, that they use those projectors for like Disney. They use them for like concerts and stuff like that. So these are the smaller ones right here. That's considered a smaller one. I got one upstairs that's freaking huge. My screen size for that projector is 1,000. Literally, it's almost a movie projector. Almost a movie projector. At 30 feet, shine that back, I can hit my neighbor's house and the two other houses next to it easily. Yeah, I did some demonstration. Talked about. I want to get a barcode one day. But right now, even the old ones. I mean, the old ones are still worth a couple $1,000s. They got one of them that only had BMCs in the back. You know how old a projector has to be to have nothing but VGA and BMCs in the back of the projector, and they still wanted a couple grand for it. So I got to find out why these projectors cost so much money. I've never actually seen one actually on display. I remember Magnavox had projectors. Magnavox and Sharp had them. They had CRTs. Good God, those things are freaking huge. That's a big projector. CRT projector is huge. Yeah, you don't want that mounted over top of your head. You definitely want to make sure that thing's on the floor. That thing comes down, that's the end of you. That thing will end you. That's a big, big projector. I'm going to put a link at the bottom. There's a fellow who bought one. He actually mounted his to a ceiling. They had to rip the entire ceiling out there to put these metal support beams in. It was insane how they installed it in. But the manual and a CRT projector is freaking insane. I'm trying to remember what you just said. Yeah, manual for a CRT projector is like a phone book. I literally, it's a lot you got to go through, man. It's so much. Like right now, my projector right here, the 505, has a keystone. It's 7 keystones on it. There's 7 keystones on that bad boy. So it gets pretty crazy. 9.1 surround sound. Yeah, I haven't gotten into a speaker system yet. I haven't really. I'm not a big. I mean, back in the day, I used to have the giant speakers and all that stuff, the club party speakers and stuff. But now for me, I don't even want to see my speakers at all. Period. I want to hear them, but I don't want to see them. That's why I had the acoustic screen. The acoustic screen. There's speakers in this room. My speakers are behind the screen. That's an acoustic screen, so I don't even want to see the speakers and stuff like that. I want them all hidden. But some people, I go to the forum sites that they have on Facebook, and people have those. I call them Stonehenges. You ever seen them before? They have a small little TV in the middle, and they got these giant towers that wrap all the way around it. The Stonehenge effect. I'm like the picture, the sound doesn't match the picture. So you're watching Pacific Rim. You got all the sound, in the world, but your screen is so small. Like, how does that even match up? That's like going to the movie theater and trying to squeeze around a 13-inch. But they got an amazing sound system. Wow. There's a fellow I follow. He has got a $100,000 freaking sound system put into his house. Freaking unbelievable. But the TV's like an 80-inch. I'm like, all right, we're going to shut this baby off real quick. We're going to switch over to our, now mind you, this is an L. This one, if you're looking for this one, we're going to put a link where you can get one. This is an LX400. This projector, good budget projector, 120 bucks. That's basically about it. That's what it costs you. No more than less than 100. More than, if you're going to pay more than that, 140. You shouldn't pay any more than 140 on it. It has lens shift capabilities. Like I said, you have all your peripherals on the back of it that you want to hook it up HDMI the whole 9 yards. And as you can see, it looks amazing on the screen paint. And this is what I usually will buy. Got a nice little handle on the side. This is the projector I was using for portrait mode. I had a portrait mode. If you saw one of the videos, I had a portrait mode screen because I had this projector tilted up because there's no vents on this side. I gotta get my charger. If you do decide to do like a 235.1 setup, make sure you have another screen in your house because you're not watching everything off that 235.1. I've talked to customers that want to do a 235.1 setup, and I'm like, look, you won't be watching any football games off of this, no basketball games, no news, none of that. You have to watch certain select movies that are designed for that particular widescreen format only. That's it. That is true dedicated theater setup. So, you can't run everything off that you want. You're definitely not playing no video games off of it, unless you have a computer and something that's going to allow you to manipulate your aspect ratio on your video card or graphic card or whatever. Other than that, nope, you're going to be missing heads and the scoreboard and all that's going to be gone. So you can't game off them too much, unless you're doing simulators like driving and racing simulators are pretty cool for that. Which, that's what I'm building upstairs, by the way. The giant screen we took down, we're going to do a ceiling to floor, and I'm going to curve it just a little bit. I'm actually going to design it for a simulator for basically driving. Because I don't have a driving simulator anywhere in the house. I just thought about that. I don't have one in the house, and I should at least have one of them. So I'm going to turn that into a screen, because we have enough screens in the house to game off. Might as well turn that into a driving cockpit for racing or a helicopter display, something like that, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to build there instead. All right, so we'll take this one down. This one, oh, it's not too much of a WXJ. I'm going to be choice, you know what I mean? Because there's not really no difference in both of them. One has a little slightly sharper image. Because if you're talking about XGA and WXGA, I don't see much of a difference, to tell you the truth. Just a slight little bit of sharpness. That's basically about it, to tell you the truth. That's it. So we're going to go from the XGA. We don't need to do the WXGA, to tell you the truth. It's a slight little difference, really much. We'll do a side-by-side demonstration on that tomorrow. We'll put the XGA and WXGA side-by-side, those two Fire 6 in the back of it, and you guys can figure out which one is which, because there's not much of a difference. But for right now, we're going to jump to the full 1080p. Oh, I love this one right here. So this is a 1080p projector. The other one was 720p. This is a 1080p projector, 1920 by 1200. And this is an LW U420. I'm using. Somebody was selling these for $230 a piece. I lie to you not. These projectors are like $500 to $900. And these projectors are incredible. And I bought one like an idiot. One for $230. One. When I had the opportunity to buy two of them, which I should have did. And I thought, I'll find them. I'll find another one for that price. Yeah, right. I bought that projector last year and I still haven't found one for that price. So I know next time when I buy a projector and have an opportunity to get one or two of them, buy one or two of them. Because this is the 1080p version of this one. They have another version, which is a laser version, which is 7,000 lumens. Which, I'm kind of debating on getting that one because I had a bad incident with a projector and a laser. Oh, that's another one too. If this, what's it, the hybrid projector? So the hybrid projector I'm putting in the Keystone, easy to do. I don't have to move my projector at all. The hybrid projectors, Casio has hybrid projectors. Now I like their projectors because their projectors are, the base of the projector is DOP. Yeah, you know about that? Yeah, the base of the projector is DOP, but the projector is a laser and LED hybrid, which means it has no lamp in it at all. You would never burn that projector out. There's no lamp. That's a fantastic projector. If you want to cut out your wall, you want to do a rear projection. So say you want to do a rear projection here, right? You want to cut out your wall, stick the projector back there if it's ultra short throw, put your plexiglass up here. When the projector comes out, it's going to hit the glass on like a TV. You can do it that way. You don't have to worry about the projector burning out because there's no lamp in it. They can't burn out. But those particular projectors, since they were older models, weren't designed with a kill switch for the laser. And that means that if it doesn't have that lens, if it doesn't have the lens cap on it, I wouldn't buy it if I were you. And I'll tell you why, because that lens cap has a shiny piece, a silver piece on the end of it, which means that when you turn off the laser, the projector is still in standby mode when the laser is still active, which means you can still walk downstairs and be hit with it. Your kids can be hit with it, dogs or whatever can be hit with it. So you have to make sure you have that lens there, because when you put that lens cap on, it's going to hit the lens and bounce back in. But if you don't have that there and you don't see one with it on, don't buy it, because you're running the risk of basically losing your eyesight. Because I actually bought one, had it downstairs, went upstairs to make a phone call, turned it off, figured it was off, came downstairs, a flashlight went off the side of my face and I had spots for the rest of the day. Jacked me up. And that's how I found out the hard way. The laser is always active. Now the new projectors they had today have kill switches on them. You lean over top and they shut off. But the older ones don't. Alright. I guess it took a couple of lawsuits and a few people losing their eyesight, but they figured out put a kill switch on it because it's a laser. Alright, go back on this one right here. Now we're at full 1080p, 1920 by 1200. We're now on the 1080p version of the Christie. And next we're going to go to 5,000 lumens. So now we're at 43. So keep in mind that the 1080p projector and both 720p's are both the same lumens. They're both 43s. They're all 43s. Except for when you start hitting the 505s, they start jumping from 5,000 to 6,000 to 7,000 and up. And as you can see with 1080p, you're still going to get the same results. You're not going to need to pull contrast on the other screens. And your color levels are going to drop also too. You can't pull contrast, you can't pull color. So that's the whole purpose of the technology we make, is the fact that you don't have to basically kill yourself trying to figure out what projector is going to work well. It really doesn't make a difference, to tell you the truth. As long as it's not a knockoff, you're good. That's the peace of mind. I can go on eBay right now for 500 bucks, and I can just pick out whatever projectors I want. I don't have to worry about going through the specifications, whether I have to go through this or I have to go through that, if it's 720p, if it's 1080p, if it's this or that. Even if it's at HDMI, it doesn't make a difference. There's a little adapter behind the back of there, and I'm good to go. Because I have customers that call me, and they'll be killing themselves over a projector. Well, what about this? And what about that? Do I need this? And what do I need that? Just get the projector, turn it on, and you're good. None of the projectors we have here have ever been calibrated. None of them. So I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day or a wonderful evening, you know, depending on where you're at in the world. All is going well with y'all. I'm thinking about doing another gamer screen outside. Oh, that gamer screen, I can't get over how beautiful that screen is. Gorgeous. I got a 100-inch out there right now. We got the 135 on the other end. I'm thinking about converting that 135-inch into a gamer screen. It's a sad summer's almost over, and I really didn't get a chance to enjoy it too much. At least we got 135 in the house, and we'll have a 135-inch. Oh, we're going to do a curve. We're doing a curve 100, I don't know how big it's going to be. It's going to be 8 feet by 10 feet. So I got to figure that out. But we're going to do a curve gamer screen, and we're going to do a motorized gamer screen. Now, if you're going to do something like a backyard event, like for a bunch of your family members, now you want a good size screen, go with the 505. Trust me. Definitely want to go with the 505. I mean, you can go out. There's a place that we go to. We buy our surfaces from for painting them, the fabrics. I'll put the link at the bottom. So they're a really good price. So bottom line is, 150-inch screen you would pay $48 for. If you want a 250, which I'm buying a 250 for the backyard, it would cost you $98. So bottom line is how to coat it, which we do with our technology. Is bottom line is I tell people you want to put 2 coats of paint on it. And the reason why we advise you put 2 coats of paint, because it is a surface. It is going to absorb. You're going to have uneven areas if you basically just apply the paint to it first. You want to put 2 coats of regular paint. Doesn't make a difference. Primer, blue, green, yellow, doesn't make a difference. Just want to make sure it absorbs as much paint as possible. Put the second one let it dry. You put the first one let it dry, put the second one let it dry, and then you apply our technology to it, and you're done. And that's it. You got a portable screen that you fold up, take anywhere you want, and pair it with one of these projectors. It's going to look amazing, which I'm planning to do anyway. I got a 150-inch right there in my kitchen cabinet, which I'm planning to do. And I want to use a $120 Christie projector for my movie theater setup outside. All right, let's put some colors. Color white. how the white levels come up on 43. It's for 1080p. Color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
There's your blue levels. This is why you have to calibrate when you get, like I said, the first thing I'm going to tell you to do if your colors are not coming up correctly, they're going to tell you got to go calibrate your projector because your colors aren't balanced right. There's nothing wrong with your projector at all, not one thing. The screen's having the problem, not the projector. You're calibrating for nothing. See, you can't see contrast. You can't see contrast. You can't see color. New York City, nighttime, screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Twice as effective as minoxidil. How do you identify hair growth products that do not?
So now you're seeing a light blue screen produce a contrast level. This is what we call the contrast shifting technology. The screen looks one way and it turns to another way. That's what impressed me about Screen Innovation. When they did that, I was like, I gotta have something just like it. But they got their screen is silver, so now we got to do a silver screen. And we figured out how to do it. Now we got to design a silver version of it. But I got an idea on how they did it. Now, for those of you who are curious why we don't do side-by-side demonstration next to Screen Innovation, I'll put a link to my Facebook page and my business page, and you can read through some documents that we got from them way back in 2015 where they weren't too happy about some test demonstrations that we did against their products, some things we found out about their technology that they don't advertise about too much about. Yeah, for $100, that's very good. That's what you should be paying. $100. Most you should pay for those projectors is $140. That's it. For anything more than that, you know what I mean? $100, $120, good price for them. Yeah. So yeah, way back 2015, I got contacted by Screen Innovations on some technology we developed under something called D5K, and we were able to match one of their screens. But something came up on the screen that was actually interesting. For a minute, I thought there was something wrong with the camera, was having some problems. But remember when I just showed you a few minutes ago on the other screen, we went to turn to the side and went dark? Yeah. If you notice something, and it's true, anytime I watch any of those demonstrations, I've never seen a 90-degree viewing angle. Now, their technology could be way different from 2015, but at that particular time, I've never seen them take the camera and turn it all the way around. And the reason why you don't see that, because some screens can't pull up that image. They'll turn dark. That's why when I watch the demonstrations, I watch how they display the screen. If they're standing right in front of it constantly all the time, they're not showing any angle gains, they're not going to left, right, that means that screen is having a problem picking up on an angle. And that means they may be using that reflective ambient light rejection material that basically looks nice and bright if you're standing in front of it. When you turn to the side, it goes dark. So yeah, we received an email from them. Well, first I thought it was a joke from my vice president, because he's the one who got me the sample sheet to begin with. And I thought it was him playing on the phone. And I said, yeah, right. You know, good one, June. And hung the phone up. The guy calls me back and says, I don't know who June is, but, you know, I am who I am. I said, well, do me a favor. Send me an email with your watermark attached to it. And that's how we got the email with the watermark, which Screen Innovation said that our product had potential. But, like I said, didn't work out that way because we requested a NDA. I'm not going to walk to a facility in Dallas, Texas with a product that's only 25% done, and you won't give me an NDA, which is a non-disclosure agreement, which means all parties involved that signed that agreement, if they talk about whatever we're doing or what they're doing, you'll be sued for a lot of money for just running your mouth. And because we couldn't get that piece of document, and then things got a little heated, and then next you know, we kept doing demonstrations against them, just simple side-by-sides, and we got that letter in the mail from their attorneys telling us to stay away from their stuff. So that's what happened. So that's when people ask me, hey, how come you don't do it? I say, well, here's the literature right here, read through it. And they're like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I say, yeah, there you go. So keep in mind, in 2015, our technology was good, but now today, yeah, they would have a way to go. And that's what I'm interested to see, how far they've gotten their technology and how far we've gotten. Everybody thinks this thing about me and Jamie. I couldn't care less about Jamie. We're not thinking about him. Jamie's no competition for us whatsoever. My thing is screen innovation. That is my main goal right there at all time. That's my white whale, is screen innovation. Because of what they did to us in 2015, I don't appreciate what they did. I mean, just because we wouldn't bring a container through without an NDA, and you couldn't give me that piece of paper of insurance, you're going to come at me with an attorney and basically be rude and nasty about it. No problem. You know, I didn't say anything nasty about your product. I didn't call you all scammers, nothing. I did simple side by side, and you just didn't like the results, and that's how you bullied us. So, don't worry. Everything becomes full circle sooner or later. I'm a very patient person. I can wait. So now we're going to start contacting them soon to basically see if we can do our side-by-sides, because I don't see anything wrong. I mean, you got Coke versus Pepsi, you know, all these different companies do side-by-side. So if I do side-by-side against them, automatically they're going to slam me with a lawsuit because I do a side-by-side. How am I damaging your company's name in any way? Now, if I'm on there doing something where I'm putting something on your product where it's not functioning correctly, and I'm deliberately doing that to tamper with it, to make it look bad, then you can come at me and sue me because that was wrong. Or if I'm saying your product is scamming or doing this, that, and the other, blah, 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 making these fake accusations, you can come at me. But if I'm doing a simple side-by-side, like I'm doing with these screens right now, you couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. But at that particular time, I just started my company, and getting hit with a lawsuit by them, yeah, I wasn't going to chance it. If they were wrong, I wasn't going to chance it. But now, been in the business for a little while, and I got lawyers myself, they can bring it all they want. I'm going to do a side-by-side. If they don't like it, I'll just post it. I'm trapped into the man's house, blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Bye-bye. We always get those crow people that come in from time to time and carry on and act up. They got nothing better to do with their time. And it's sad. It just shows exactly where their intelligence levels lay. And it's not that high. We're coming in here everybody's in there having a nice conversation, and they feel they need to come in and add insults and whatever. That's insecurity, and that's what it is. All right, let's keep going. We did the LG fish yet? Hold on. LG beta fish. And meanwhile, I'm still waiting for that challenge to be done. How long do you think it would take to get that challenge done from Crow? We should have a raffle. I'm literally serious. I'm thinking about having a raffle and giving away a free popcorn machine where someone can basically give me the exact time how long it would take for him to do a demonstration. Because keep in mind, we have swapped out a 720p projector. None of the screens are pulling contrast, and Crow's product is right up there with the rest of them. Now we're at 1080p, and so nothing. We're about to swap over to 5,000 lumens next. If you don't pick up on the 5,000 lumens, Crow, on this screen, that is not going to be good. It's a 5,000 lumen projector. It's a lot of freaking power. Now see, no contrast level. Let's go blend the screen. TCL 4K demonstrations. Yeah, there we go. You want to check the meter and see what our meter's at real quick? We got the meter running right now. There's my meter. That's what it's coming in at. Always have meters on. Always have them on to show exactly how much accurate light we have in the environment. Panasonic 4K demonstrations. Like I said, when people do insults like that, it doesn't bother me. It just lets me know at the end of the day, my stuff is way better, because that's the only way you can basically come in and basically justify your actions, by adding adolescent insults. And it really doesn't bother me at all. It just shows me that I'm getting to you and I'm ruffling your feathers, like this. When you're watching blue technology, a light blue screen, shift to a contrast and wash everything out. They don't even pick it up. Now, next demonstration, I'll bring a 22,000 to 1 contrast projector up here and show you they still can't pick it up. As a matter of fact, that'll be the ender after the 5,000. We're going to bring a 600 by 800 720p SVGA projector, the bottom feeder projector, at 22,000 to 1 contrast. The projector would cost you around $300 brand new and somewhere around 150, 160 off eBay. Cost me 150 bucks for this projector. Colors don't come up correctly. Let's switch over to another dark contrast demonstration. Look how bright the white levels are. So once we get this mastered to a silver screen, which means the white levels are going to be insanely high and can still produce a contrast level like, oh wow. Yeah. In front of that trim right there. The Crow's product is not picking up at all. Now we've swapped out what? 2 projectors? So it doesn't make a difference at the end of the day if you go with a 720p or a 1080p. You're not going to be able to see your contrast levels or your color. And the screen is blue. We're not going to have a black nova up here. If we had a black nova, that'd be a different story. Contrast would be much more heavier. Washed out. Not picking up the contrast. And they'll pick up the white levels. Red technology can pick it up too. Only problem is they can't see contrast. So you can see these shades of gray pop up. We are way over his 220 count, even with lights affecting the meter reading. We're way over it. Contrast level fail. Contrast level fail. So that's why I said at the end of the day, they can say whatever they want, don't care. I can come on here live, I can back up everything. They can't. They can't do a simple challenge. Can't show any form of contrast without hugging the screen. Constantly cutting corners in every demonstration. One of the saddest demonstrations I've seen from this man when he was trying to display a screen outside, he literally had a 4x4, probably a 3x3 cut out piece of wood painted with his product. And he had it in the middle of the, I guess, the walkway where he comes into his apartment, and he had it on a slant. I don't know where he gets these ideas from. Like, he figures that no one else can pick up on this dumb nonsense, but I see it a mile away. So you had it on a slant, which means when the sun was coming in, it was hitting the back part of the screen. Instead of the screen being flat, so the sun could grace the side of it all the way across from one end to the next, you had it on a slant. And even on a slant, you had the projector sitting way too close to the screen, because the size of that image that you had, it fit perfectly, a 3x3, which means your projector had to be literally sitting right on top of the screen. And even with that, the colors were washed out, the image was bland, the corners weren't even there, and you consider that to be acceptable because you can see an image. It's not that you can see an image, you have to see a full image. It has to look like a TV. You see how that gamer paint looks outside? That thing looks amazing. It looks like a TV, that's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to be jaw-dropping when you look at a projection screen, not, just I'll deal with it. It's your dime at the end of the day. Depends on what you want out of it. And then I saw the demonstration he did with Bear Service. Oh, you got to be freaking kidding me. Like, really? You posted that? Like, what are you thinking? Really? You should have seen the demonstration he did on Bear Silver Screen versus this product. Oh my goodness, it was a slim margin of a change of color, like a little slim margin, not between night and day, like a slim margin. And you're gonna get up there on the camera close to look at the difference, no man, it looks the same, seriously. If I do that on a 250 inch screen, 150, 120, whatever, and hit whatever project, it would still do the same thing. It all looks the same. The personal mix looks like the Metallica mix, they all look the same. Even when you lay out your mixes, they're only off by a certain shade of color. How much black you put in or how much gray you put in. It isn't much of a difference. I don't even know where in your mind you think this is actually like the whole meter incident. What were you thinking? Do you see the demonstrations that I do every day in my environment? Like I tell people, when you come in and check out my videos, it's the same thing. Lights are always on, lights are always on, lights are always on. You don't come into my environment and we go, oh, lights are on for a couple minutes, and then let's turn everything off and let's go back to the dark. The only time I turn off and do a dark demonstration unless it's requested. And most of the time we have lights on all the time. In his demonstrations, it's the same dark video every single time. And then every once in a while when he gets a challenge from us, he'll do a demonstration. It's like, look, I can do it with all the lights on. Yeah, but you're doing a colorful demonstration. I can do that with my mix down in the basement, stuff I made. I can do the same thing, which I did. I mimicked your demonstration with more light in the environment than yours. And you still do these demonstrations in the dark. You got an ultra short throw projector. Those things are not designed to be used in that kind of environment. It's used to be used in a TV family setting with a lot of room, a lot of light, family gathering. That's what they're used for. That set top TV kind of style. The projector I have on the floor, on the other hand, these projectors right here were meant to be used for offices, hospitals, stuff like that. They're only designed to do a 180-inch screen. They hook them up on a little tiny bracket, attach it to a whiteboard, and voila, that's what they were used for. Never for home theater setup. But those projectors were designed for home theater setup. They were designed to sit inches away from the screen and give you a massive screen size. That's why they got the Bluetooth and all this crazy stuff, apps in it. That's what they were used for. But you're not supposed to have that in a dark environment all the time. For movies, yeah, once in a while, but every time you turn it on, it's in a dark environment. I don't know how people do it. There's nowhere in the world. If that was the only product, I'll buy a TV. I'll just go out and spend 15 grand, get myself a nice big OLED TV. I'll deal with that. It's supposed to be clean from edge to edge, corner to corner to corner. I use these screens every day in my home. Every day, these are my screens. I use my screens in my home every day for everything. Movies, games, videos, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm on these machines all the time. These are my screens. So they have to perform well. There's no way in the world I could be walking around in the dark. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I got to get up for a minute. It frustrates me, and I'll tell you what frustrates me. It frustrates me when people don't do their job correctly. That's what frustrates me. And other people in the industry, and the big companies too, they're to blame too, on top of that. Don't particularly like them either, to tell you the truth, because they do that they have a protocol with their technology. People don't understand that when you look at a demonstration with these big companies, that's a rehearsed environment. That projector's been calibrated to fit that screen and everything colored just perfectly. It was calibrated already. They had the lighting in the environment, all that, they rehearsed the script, it's all a stage. And they go in there and they talk about the projector and they talk about, it's a hand in hand. So whatever company that they're dealing with, you know what I mean? Maybe they got a partnership, you know what I mean? They advertise their projector, maybe sometimes they advertise their screen. Oh, goes great with this particular combo and stuff like that. That's all rehearsed. All the lighting in the environment, all rehearsed. That's why when you look at it, they have the condensed lighting. I love this part of the condensed lighting. They have the condensed lighting here, right here, here, and here, but it's pointed up at the ceiling. So the light's all around here, but it's not coming down at the screen. Or my favorite one, where they put the condensed lighting here and here, and they have it come down in front of the screen to make it look like the screen's being in contact with condensed lighting. Now, you're supposed to turn off the projector, and if you see light come this way and this way spreading across your screen, like I did in the demonstration, you know it makes contact. My personal one with elite screens, where the guy was sitting there saying, oh, my windows are open. Your windows were not open, man. Your windows were on a slant like this. This is why you couldn't see objects through the blinds. Because when they put them on a slant like this, it gives the appearance that there's light coming through the window, but the light's actually just hitting the window and shifting downward. There's nothing hitting the screen. The blinds weren't even open. Or the skylight over here, or where they put the curtain here, the window here, but they'll have all these windows open on this side, but they'll have a curtain on this side to block over here, so any light doesn't hit the screen over there. Or my personal favorite with elite screens is when they had that show where they had all the projectors set up in the room, and they had that all set up. Did you notice that the guy was walking through the hallway with the camera? That the camera started to actually go dim as it was going into the room because there wasn't enough light in there for the camera to support. Anyone ever see that? Notice that? Did you notice that when they had all their screens set up, every last one of them was blocking the window, and they had lights right behind the edge of the screen, like here, behind the back of it, where the screen's at here, where the light can push out this way, where it can't come around and hit the screen this way. That environment was dark, and they were using all ultra short throws and ultra short throw projectors. So please, I'm not threatened by their products whatsoever because I tested their stuff in fully lit environments and I know how it reacts. Much like this. Yeah, the industry? Yeah. So like I said, I'm not in here to basically make friends with the industry. I'm not in here to make friends with the hobbyists at all. I come here to basically show that there's better technology out there, and if anyone wants to challenge us, bring it. We're more than welcome. I like a challenge. That's why I've been collecting all these sample sheets, trying to find out exactly what companies, actually only two of them actually I need. XY is one of them, and Screen Innovation is the other one. We pretty much got everybody else. Those are the only two companies I need now. Now imagine if there was such a screen that we might be working on that has sun killer technology embedded in it, and it has shifting, be able to shift its contrast capabilities. That may be the next step. Okay, the white levels don't pick up. So this is the problem I had. The white levels don't pick up. Well, our white levels pick up perfectly. But as you can see, we can have it blend into it being like our screen being much darker, as you can see. But the screen is actually lighter too on top of that. I think we have the screen itself. Here we go. So you can see for yourself how light the screen is. This is the color of the screen. Make sure it doesn't damage my acoustic. That is the color of the screen right there. That's how light they are. And yet that screen right there, when it's in front of that projector, can pull up a contrast level that the other screens can't even see. And we are now, how much you like to be out in the environment now? Well, let's see, we're getting up to around, let me see. Almost close to 400. So our readings are now coming in at almost near 400. That's how light the screen is. And the screen can convert over to contrast. Meanwhile, as we're swapping out our projectors, Crow's products and the high performance screens can't keep up. And this screen is still not even finished yet. Okay, we've gone through that already. Let's go swap out for 5,000 lumens. Let's see if we get improvement from that, because that's what happens when you buy projectors. The first thing you do is you start getting bigger and better projectors. Go from 2000, 25, 27, 28, 32, 36, 38. You know, you start swapping out your projectors for higher lumen counts. You figure if you get a much more higher lumen count, that's going to advance your picture quality and contrast. Nope, that's not going to happen. That's pretty bad. If someone's doing a demonstration live and they're swapping out their projectors through the demonstration and your screen is not showing any form of improvement, that's not good. That's really, really bad. Let's put this down right here. And now we're going to bring out the 5,000 lumen Christie projector. I call it Big Boy Flagship. Just bring this monster out. Oh man, I hope you didn't do well on this one. I don't think you're going to do too well with this one. Let's hook her up. Oh, we're also going to do a demonstration today too. I'm going to take my mix. I'm going to take QT Metallica mix. I'm going to put it up on the screen, put the camera up on close, and you try to figure out where on the screen is QT mix. That's my black and white paint that cost me $15 to make. But this is for the QT fans only. You can come in there and say, it's going to say QT fans only, buying QT screen. Let me know what corner you think it may be at. And if you can't figure that out, if you can't get that guess right the first time, then that means you got scammed. Simple and plain. How do you think about that one? If you can't figure out which corner it is, if you get it wrong, you got scammed. And even if you do get it right, you still got scammed because my paint's black and white paint. It's kind of that whole theory, you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, you know? All right, now we're at 5,000 lumens. Let's see if we get an improvement with a bigger projector. I'll let this thing heat up. It's very going to heat up anyway. Get my remote control to size it up. And we upgraded to a 5,000 lumen projector. Let's see if we get any improvement out of this. We're going to see any advance. Where in the breath is Carly San Diego? Hear that clicking sound? That's a projector adjusting already. I like these projectors. I don't even have to focus nothing. It does it automatically from the door. And even before anything comes up, it automatically focuses. So I have my focus settings in there in the projector. I'll actually put my focus settings in there. While that's coming on, let me go get my surface. Now, here are the rules we're going to have for this game. And the reason why I do this is because, you know, y'all stand by this product 100%. So, let's see how much you stand behind it in this little game we're going to play. That screen over there has a My Mix product attached to it, which means it's a simple black and white paint. So to match QT's product perfectly. And for those of you who have doubt that you're thinking that, nah, he didn't make his paint out of black and white paint. Well, there's a video. I'm going to link below. Once you check out that video. And in that video, you will see him make a black and white paint. Let's see, he has a clone. So that basically supports our theory. Also, the product we have that we purchased from him when the unboxing is a Metallica Paint 2.0, which was listed on the video that was deleted. Now, once we set this up for the next video, if you don't answer at all, period, then that means you acknowledge what you want to do. You got scammed. Just acknowledged it. Because sometimes the best thing to say is nothing at all. But if you do try to figure it out and you get it wrong, then bottom line is you really couldn't tell the difference between your product and black and white paint. And if you do get it right, then you acknowledge you do have black and white paint. Either way. Ooh, look at that image right there. Yeah, 5,000. 505 is beautiful. It's a beautiful projector. Very beautiful projector, man. I love this projector. All right, so I zoom in on this. All right, let's go downward on a lens shift. Lens shift. Okay, downward, so it fits in place. There we go, bring it over a little bit. There we go. Boom, that's what I love about lens shift. See, I have to move my projector nowhere. Look how beautiful that image looks on there. Oh my, let's begin. White screen. Oh, we gotta go to YouTube first. YouTube. She never listens. There we go. So there's the white screen levels right there. Red screen. So look at that. Even at 5,000 lumens. Usually that's what most people do when they get projectors. They'll start off with something with a low lumen count, and they'll figure that the higher I go up in lumens, the better the image is going to be. It doesn't make a difference how high you go up on your lumens. It doesn't make a difference if you have 4K or 1080p. It doesn't make a difference if you have a 10,000 to 1, 20,000 to 1, 50,000 or 1,000,000 to 1 contrast. You will never ever get your projector where it's supposed to be at. You will always have 30% of your product. That's it. Because the screens can't see color and they can't see contrast. Therefore, you have gotten less than what you got out of your projector. And the only things you can resort to is dimming your environment and turn it into a cave, or basically spending hours to calibrate the colors on your projector because they're not pulling up properly. Told you. Has nothing to do with the projector. It's your screen that's messed up. That's really, really bad. Starfield screensaver. Oh, you know what that's at. Oh, as a matter of fact, let's get this. Well, you have to see the Starfield right there. We got a slow color change out. We're gonna grab both of those. Look at that. Curves product on 5,000 lumens, 1080p WXGA projector. Doesn't pick up at all. Certified projection screens don't pick up. And that one's gunmetal right there in the middle. Let's do a slow color change out right here. I'll let that run through. Oh, while we're doing this, let's check our meter again and see where we're at on the meter. Look at that, rising 440. That's why I said that when he was doing the demonstration on the meter, and again, cutting corners, you're not supposed to have lamps in front of the meter because that's going to offset the meter. The meter can't be anywhere near the projector, has to be in the room in a neutral area. So that way you don't basically disrupt when it's counting. And having those lamps in front of your screen like that, with the meter in direct line, yeah, that was going to basically change your settings automatically from the door. And even with the lamps, you only had 220. That's not good. That's the low. The average living room in a household is like 3 something. You're way beyond that. Matter of fact, if he's hitting that with the lights in front of it, with the lights off, it's got to be, like I said, between 70 and 80. And if you're going to prove that theory, how about you prove that theory with a Starfield demonstration in your living room while you do that demonstration? But you're not going to do that either, because you can't do it. Real projection screens can see contrast and color. And until you prove that, you don't have a real screen. And this is a blue screen. This is black. Do you know how black would wash your screen out so fast? Watch this. Watch what happens when I put your screen against a signature 17. Watch how bad this gets, sweetie. Black screens pull up the ultimate contrast levels in colors. See? Wash your screen, clean out. Doesn't even exist. On 5,000 lumens, you hit a black screen. Our technology, mine, this is blue. Blue can mimic a contrast level. This is a screen that produces a 100% contrast level, which means it would turn your screen into a white sheet of paper if you go into the screen. You don't turn our screens dark, we turn your screens white. Washed it out completely on 5,000 lumens. Don't even show up, look at it. Not even there. You want to get a closer look? That's what signatures do to your product. Novas do the same thing. Novas turn. I bet you the first time you got a real Nova in there, it blew your mind. You were scared to death. You had to do anything you possibly could to make that screen dark. And I'm going to do a demonstration today, also too, with the Black Nova. We got one right over there, 17 on 5,000 lumens versus your product. And I guarantee they're going to turn into a white sheet of paper. Don't even show up. Let's grab your other screen paint mix. Let's put it up there and see what happens. See if we get a better image. See if this one will wash out. Nope, wash that one out too. Let's get my mix. My mix, my mix, my mix, my mix, my mix. This is my black and white screen paint product that I made. Let's get my mix up here. My mix. Like my man. My mix. That's my mix right there. You guys matching your products. That's my black and white paint. Cost me $15 to make it a gallon. Starfield screensaver. That's sad, man. That's real sad. That is sad. That can match your product to a freaking black and white paint at $15 a gallon. Where's your Starfield demonstration? It's sad, like I said. 3 projector swap outs. 3 of them. We went from a 43 720p Christie, we went from a 1080p Christie, and another 5,000 lumen 1080p Christie, and your screen still don't show up. Red screen. No color. 4K color demonstration. Matter of fact, let's do a color and test wheel. Color test pattern. There's your white levels. Here we go. Watch this. Boom. Wash out. Wash out. All the way through. That's a certified screen right there. We don't need, let me tell you something. People get offended like, oh, why are you testing his product? He need to have his product tested. It don't work at all, period. Right now, we got a certified right there. That's a certified daylight screen right there. I told you, if I put it against a black screen will wipe the screen clean. So how in the world are you turning our screen dark when I'm over here with 5,000 lumens and your screen is coming up washed out? That's a 5,000 lumen. Is it 5,000 projector washed out? So we're doing a certified and your screen at the same time. Wash out. So, I'm curious, since the Crow fan base likes to talk a lot, can you explain to me what's going on in the video? And don't use any of your Harry Potter nonsense, because I don't want to hear that trash today. I don't want to hear, oh, you're using special powers, or it's camera tricks. Sure. Give me a logical reason why this product is not showing the contrast level. And if I'm using special cameras, how come the other screen is going through the same thing? That's a certified screen. Let's see what other colors we got. Here we go. Washed out again. Look at that. Washed out. Let me get this straight. Even if you were to drop $500 for this projector over here, it would be pointless to have it because you can't see color. That's our blue technology right there. So now you wash it out on the blue screen and the black screen at the same time. And meanwhile, the whole time we're doing this, the whole campaign about turning the screen dark, you can't see it. Why? How is it possible if we're washing out your screen, maintaining a bright color, and our screen is not too dark, you can't see it? We're going to wash that again. There we go. Contrast demonstrations. Let's go with the Sony contrast demonstration. There we go. Now, you see the contrast demonstration pulling up on the blue screen next to the black screen? I told you they can mimic contrast levels, even next to a black screen, which we didn't add that into the demonstration, but I thought I would add that in this one while I was actually blowing the screen out at the same time. Let's try a Starfield screensaver.
This is a turning point for us as Asians in this country and around the world.
Because of histories and struggles in this country have been
somebody decided to leave out of the scene real quick before that popped up. Okay, so this way, you can see the contrast levels next to our black screen and our blue screen over there, side by side. And you can see where Crow's product still can't pick up, even on the blue screen. Now, I said in demonstrations that the blue screen can mimic a contrast level, but nothing, it's not going to be equal to a black screen. That's virtually impossible. But you can see how dark it is. Crow's product's not picking up at all. So no, in the end of all this, Crow's product cannot pick up, or the other screens can't pick up a contrast level. They can't pick up, even if we swap the projector out from all the way up to 5,000 lumens. It's not going to work. What if we grab a projector that has 22,000 to 1 contrast? What about that? People do that. They go, you know what? And maybe the lumen count will work, but maybe if I spend a little bit more extra money, maybe I can go out and I can get a better result in contrast if I just get more contrast from the projector. So we already know 720p is not working. He's not getting what he wants from. You can't get what you want from that. Then you swap out to WXGA, then you swap out to 5,000 lumens. Still nothing. Color's still washed out. Can't pull a contrast demonstration correctly. So let's see what we got next. We'll go with we'll get a higher contrast ratio. We'll grab this projector over here. Now this is going to be a 720p projector. 600 by 800 res. This is a bottom feeder projector. This is way lower than the Christie projector I first pulled out. So for this one has a 22,000 to 1 contrast ratio. So let's see if this one pulls up. And then we'll come back in and we'll do the where in the world is Crow's paint on my mix. Where you have to figure out where in the world is Crow's paint on my mix. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Now, here's the thing. I'm hoping that he gets some, what's the word for it? Groundhog. He has to think we forget things, because here's the thing, bro. This is why tested is very important. If you try to do a demonstration saying that, look, I can put black screen against black screen, and it matches the black screen. Well, we had demonstrations already done of us testing other black surfaces versus the black PHOENIX and the black Nova on white levels, showing that our screen paint was able to produce a higher white level than the black surfaces that were laid against it, and there were several of them. We also did it again on 1,000 lumens to show that even at 5,000 lumens, it's not going to show, and if we drop it to 1,000, it's still not going to show. Where our screen was able to produce a major higher white level than those surfaces. This is why testing is important. You don't have any tests to support this at all. That's why I can match you against that product right over there. So if you do try to come against me and do that demonstration, you'll fail, because I'll post those live demonstrations showing us testing the product against several black surfaces, showing which ones pull the highest white levels. See? Always 2 steps ahead. That's why testing is important. Okay, our projector's off. Let's swap out. Ooh, man, we went through a lot of projectors today. Should we pull out ultra short throw and see if that works? I don't think that's going to work either. We can try. All right, I'm going to pull out the 720p projector. Look at all the projectors we just went through today. Look at that. Look at all them projectors on the floor we went through today. That's kind of sad. We got to swap out all those projectors, and the screen's still not pulling up correctly. I don't know what to say. Products match in black and white paint. In fact, you're scamming your customers out of money every day. But that's not my problem. That's their problem. Those who don't know, I feel sorry for you. Those who do know, well, that's just you at the end of the day. Because anytime you come to my channel defending him, it just shows how dumb you are. that you literally had somebody scam you on black and white paint, cheat you out of your money, give you a piece of a garbage product, and you support it. Yeah. So when you insult me, it doesn't bother me. It just shows me how dumb you are. I'm not trying to be rude here, but that's what it is. If someone openly scammed you, gave you a car and sold your car and scammed you on the car, and you still support what they do, yeah, that makes you an idiot. Especially when you was given hardcore evidence that they were doing this to you, and you still supported them. Yep, that's what it tells what you are. Delete a video right there. Post it at the bottom of them showing them making a black and white paint. Title Metallica Mix 2.0 right there. And you know what? Here's the thing. If I got caught on a video like that, first thing I would do, I'd go and I'd apologize to my customer base. I would do that. I would apologize to my customer base if I did that. Second, I would make a product next to the one that I gave up for free, showing that I made a new product, reverse engineered the whole thing, and give them good, confident tests that this has nothing to do with the old stuff we're selling. That's what you're supposed to do. But he didn't do that. Instead, he came at us and attacked us for doing it. For showing you a demonstration that he was cheating his customers, he came out and attacked us over it. That was the wrong way to go. Should have went the other way with it. I don't know what was going on your mind with that one. That doesn't hurt me at all, attacking me. Because at the end of the day, my product still sells. I can still do demonstrations, producing images in fully lit environments like you can't do. So how does that hurt me in any way? You should have went there and got that nonsense under control. And he still continues to sell the same paint on his website. So when you come into my channel, calling me nasty names and everything, supporting him, that doesn't make me an idiot. That makes you an idiot because you just supported someone who cheated you out of your own money. Lied to you on camera, told you that this product has special abilities and it's black and white paint. So how's that intelligent level feeling now, right now? So yeah, when you come in here, like I said, when you come here and act like, yeah, it's the same people that support him, well, this man cheated them out of their own money. Next week, he'll sell you a bridge. You'll get the Golden Gate Bridge. Get first year for free, the first lease for free. And nobody's laughing at you. It's just basic common sense. If you got evidence right there of this person doing this, then common sense should tell you, why are you supporting it? Doesn't make you look smarter. Drops you a couple levels off the gene pool of the human race. All right, so here we are right here at 22,000 lumens, right here. I'm telling you the truth, honestly tell you the truth, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that he was bold enough to leave it there that long. To get 27,000 hits, I mean, I know it's not a lot for everybody. I don't get a lot of hits, really don't care at the end of the day, because like I said, my stuff is for advertising. That's what I use YouTube for. YouTube for me is not about likes. It ain't about subscribers. It's about advertising, because I can advertise my company. It's been like since day one. So that's what it's for. It's advertising for me, for my technology to get it out there. But you have a video floating around that has 27,000 hits on it, and you wouldn't think that, hey, somebody might decide to put these two together and match with this and get this out of it. And then when we figure it out, you delete the video. Yeah. Just remember that one. Next time you come to the channel, when I talk insults, yeah, you just supported someone who just stole from you. That's like me going over to your house, kicking your front door down, and stealing your merchandise, and then you basically come to my birthday party and watch the stuff that I stole from you. And say nice things about me on top of that. That's what you do. That's what you are. That's what you do. There you go. All right, now we're at, I like this projector right here. SVGA 600 by 8%. I love these projectors. Let's get some contrast. Let's get a Starfield demonstration at a 22,000 to 1 contrast ratio. Will we see a Starfield demonstration on this? Starfield screensaver. You know that one. Let's go over here and find it. There it is, right there. So there you are, boys and girls, right there, front of the door. Ladies and gentlemen, 22,000 to 1 contrast ratio on an SVGA projector, 600 by 800 res. That is down below. At least the Christie's behind me are an XGA. This is a 600 by 800 res, and still no contrast whatsoever. And what are we coming in at, the meter? Look at the meter right there. And you can't pick up a contrast level on that. It's sad because he got that P2 in there. You don't see any demonstrations of him doing Starfield demonstrations in fully lit environments with 2 million to 1 contrast ratio. Why is that? Why would you have to hug a screen if you got a projector that powerful when it comes to contrast? He'll never use it because he can't use it. The screen can't pick it up. Panasonic 4K demonstration. Bam. Can't pick it up. Not seen it. What's the point of saying, I want to watch Batman? I'm going to watch Bane. I'm going to watch some Batman right now. Right now. Bane fight scene. So you just want to watch some Batman right now. Watch a Bane bat scene. Oh, I've never seen Fight Club. Tell you to watch that. Batman Bane fight scene. Alright, got a nice dark scenery here. You know what I mean? Watch the movies out here. See what happens. See if it picks up. Oh, nope, don't pick up either. Starfield's not going to pick up. It's definitely going to pick up on that. See all those tan blotches all over the screen? I can't read the contrast on the projector. The projector is giving out 22,000 to 1 contrast. It's giving out a black level. You just can't see it. Patience cost you your strength. I broke your back. I hated that freaking movie so freaking much. Between him talking out of a freaking cereal bowl and Christian Slater's sore throat or strep throat scene. Oh, I couldn't do it. Let me see. He's not gonna pull about 5,000. Let's go with the. Let's go with the red screen. We got the contrast here. Let's just go there. Sony contrast demonstration. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Do 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 do. No hugging the screen in here. We don't do this in here. We don't do these demonstrations. Right up on top of the screen. We don't do those. You gotta stand back. Gotta show the light. Gotta show the angle. Is your screen picking up on an angle? Any dark, any black, any contrast. It's not picking up nothing. So, if you bought this projector, and this is 100 inch screen, you had your screen paint painted on the screen, and you bought that projector back there because it had that 22,000 to 1 contrast, did you actually get your money's worth? Yes or no? Are you using 22,000 to 1 contrast right now? You even see it? This is why the darker screens cost that kind of money. This is why when you go into an elite dealership and you look at the top end screens, go to ask them, one day just call them and say, hey, what's your best screen you have? Darkstar 9. Even Daylight has a dark gray screen. Optima has a dark gray screen. Someone's trying to sell you a product, you don't even work. Alright, so we already know it's not going to pick up. This is just pointless. For me, when it gets to the point where I've tested projector after projector, it is pointless. You know what? Let's go lower. Let's go to 1,000 lumens. How about that? We'll get the portable 1,000 lumen projector. I got it right behind me right now. It's already set up, ready to go. Let's plug that up. Let's hook that up. That has a 100 to 1 contrast ratio. That's even lower. Now we're even lower than this projector. We're going way, way, way below bottom feeder. Let's see if this one pulls up at 1,000 lumens. Let's go even lower. Wow, projectors all over the floor. So many projectors! They're all over the floor! Why is there so many projectors on the floor? So many projectors on the floor, so many. All right, let's see if we can find the adapter first. If we can't find the adapter, we can't do the demonstration. So we might be spared on this one. But I can't find, oh, found the adapter. Never mind, we got it. So we're going at 1,000 lumens, 1,000 lumens. Let's see if we get on this one right here. 1,000 lumens. Now, I've seen the demonstration on the, that projector was used by that customer that the contrast levels weren't pulling up. That projector's like $800. That's a ViewSonic projector. That's a short throw. That's what it is. And that thing couldn't pick up at a short throw outside. But like I said to them, as long as they can see a slight image, it doesn't have to be good, doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to pick up, that's all. That's all that matters. Let me see, where's my cord for this? Oh, here it is. Cord's way over here. Is this a cord for it? Nope, that's not a cord. Might be spared again. Can't find the cord. Looking for it, I can't figure out where it is. Right here? Nope. We might have gotten spared today. I can't find the cord. Wait, let me check the kitchen real quick, because I always gotta have it taking something to the kitchen. Never mind, found it! All right, here we go. We're gonna go with a small projector. 1,000 lumens, that's it. Let's see what we get out of this. Thousand lumens. We went through all those projectors, people, all those projectors. Should we use the 5200 lumen Sony projector right there? That's a long throw. We went through all these projectors. And then through all these projectors we threw up against this screen, the screen paint still could not pick up a contrast level or proper color. So just to show you can swap your projectors out all day long. The screens are not going to pick up. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with the projectors. They work perfectly fine. It's the screen that's having the problem. Oh, I forgot we're on this one right here, right? Yeah, we are. This one doesn't have any sound either. Starfield screensaver. I wonder if I have the right remote control. Oh, I'll find out in a few minutes. Nope, that's not reacting. Oh yeah, it's reacting. There we go. Now that right there is my Sony old relic projector, manufactured, I don't know when, but it was discontinued in 1999. That's a pretty old projector, ain't it? 1999. So old, it only does 4.3. That's it. So how are you going to get out of it? Contrast demonstrations. Oh no, I want that one, that one. Starfield demonstration. There we go. Moment of truth. Now we got to move him over because, let me see, we got anything here? No. We got to move him over because there's a 4.3, which means we need enough room in there for the 4.3. So let's see at 1,000 lumens if we can basically pull up a contrast level. All right, 22,001 didn't work. Let's see if it works here. Might get a commercial now too. Oh yeah, we got a commercial. Cool. How many times do we have to request this Starfield demonstration? There we go, Starfield demonstration. On a screen that's light blue. No. That is the color of the screen. That's how light it is. Let me see if we can get our camera pulled around here a little bit so you can see a little better. Voila! There it is. That's how light it is. It's that light. And yet, it can pull up that Starfield demonstration easily. Let's see if we take Pro's Metallica mix, the one that I paid $107 for, that matches my black and white paint. Let's put that against the signature. And let's see which one pulls a better Starfield demonstration. Refuses to do that demonstration at all. I don't know why, but he just does. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. That's 1,000 lumens. That's it. 1,000 lumens right there. For the environment. It's not coming up. Let's stay right here for a bit. Let's go pull up the red screen. Red screen. Washed out. Let's go change out our colors here. Let's go to a little blue or purple. Washed out. Maybe the projector's not close enough to the screen. Maybe we don't have enough lumens. Maybe the lumens could be too low. That could be it. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to unplug that projector. We're going to swap it out for the 5,000 lumen projector. We're going to stick it right against the screen. Can't be too hot because it's a 5,000 projector. You can draw a lot of freaking heat. Literally, you can burn, feel the heat on your back. We're going to put as close to the screen as we possibly can. A straight 5,000 lumens right up on top of the screen. Let's see if we can get the color to come in. But before we do that, let's go through this real quick. Let's go through the change. No, it ain't happening. A little brown in there? Yeah, whatever, ain't gonna work. Let's just swap some colors out. What about this right here? This color right here? Whatever, will make a difference. No. Like somebody said, what about white? Let's see if we can put white up there. See if we can turn our screen dark. We got white there. Can we turn the screen dark? Nope, can't turn the screen dark. Not even 1,000 lumens. Okay, let's try this real quick. Snow 4K screensavers. Snow 4K screensavers. Let me see. Snow 4K screensavers. No, he should have did the test. That's all to it. You got to do your test. See, you can notice I can put white screens up against my screens all day long, and they'll produce. You got to do tests on your products. You don't do tests on your products, this is what's going to happen. You know, when you go down to a facility where they test your stuff out, right, they don't show no mercy for your stuff. They really don't care at the end of the day. You know, I've been to test facilities where I've had my product taken out, flown out, met with a bunch of CEOs, and they'll take my product and they'll spray it up on glass, and they'll hit it with this projector, hit it with that projector. Some of them just want to see it fail because they just don't like you, period. But I'm used to testing my projectors, my screens on crappy projectors. What's the point of me going out and testing my product on a $4,000 or $5,000 projector? Really, they're going to be using that from the door. So if I'm training my screens to be the best, I'm going to train them on the most crappiest projector I can get my hands on. If I can make that projector look amazing, come on, bring a $4,000 projector, or 4K projector in there. I'm going to laugh at you like, really? That's the projector we're using? When you're used to using 2,000 lumens outside or 1,000 lumens outside? Come on, please. It's cakewalk. That's why you have to test your stuff out, man. You have to. You have to. You can't cut corners. Look at this. We're at 1,000 lumens right now. 1,000 lumens. Trying to make the screen turn dark on 1,000 lumens, showing you white levels now. But this is the same product that he went out and did a review on his channel, claiming that the product came out too dark. And here we are sitting in a fully lit environment with how much lux do we have in the room right now? Let's look at the lux reading in the room right now. 3, almost close to 400 in the room right now. That's how much light we have in the room. And that is a certified meter right there, giving you the actual readout on how much light we have in the environment. And we're sitting here with 1,000 lumen portable projector with his product against our black screen, producing snow levels. And it's not turning our screen dark as he just portrays in this video. So explain that. And the reader's right there. I only have 220. He's doing 220. He got lights in front of him. I just want to sit and stand alone. This is where my meter sits at, right here. See that? Right there. The only thing it's reading is the light in the environment. There's no lights coming from the windows, nothing. So how is that possible that in his demonstrations, the screen comes up dark on a projector that's using better lumens than the ones I'm using right here, that P2 or P4, whatever thing is. And he's using that with an ultra short throw. It's sitting right up on top of the screen. It's coming up that dark. At 220, that's what he has in this environment. And we're at 3, almost near 4. At 1,000 lumens? Are you kidding me? Yeah. Sure. Let's go. Let's keep going. Snow dogs. Let's do the snow dogs. What? Boom. Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself today. I'm having a good day today. Because I love it when I can come out here and embarrass people for doing dumb stuff against my products. And if this bothers you, then next time don't do dumb stuff against my products and you don't have to go through this. I mean, come on, you watching me test my stuff. I mean, like I said, the meter incident, Really? I mean, you see, I do demonstrations outside, and yet you're going to challenge me to a meter reading? Seriously? Do you see how much light that pushes through my house every day? And you're going to challenge me to a meter reading? Yeah, that's like somebody who freaking smokes every single day. He's nothing but fatty foods and freaking doesn't exercise a day in his life, and he's going to challenge somebody to an Ironman. Kind of asking for it, aren't you? Kind of asking to have a cardiac arrest before you even make it over the finish line. Yeah, it's just, come on, man. You're just outside your element. That's all to it. But like I said, trying to get this screen to go dark. But the Crow Boys want to get upset and get mad and get angry. Well, what you get mad at me for? I told you, when you come into the room with insults, you're just basically making yourself look like an idiot because you're supporting someone who stole from you. So can you, when I show you the video, can you sit there and say, that's not him on the video? Oh, you can't say that. So that is him on the video, mixing a black and white paint together. Interesting. Just something to think about. No, it's washing out. It's washing out. I ain't even there anymore. Panasonic 4K demonstration. Let's see if the OLED horse comes up. This projector has 100:1 contrast. I mean, it's really, it's a piece of crap. It's 100:1 contrast. That's really bad. That's really bad, people. 100:1 contrast. It didn't even make an effort. And that's not the personal mix. All right, I know you guys are probably thinking, okay, what about his UB mix? What about, okay, let's go play with that one. UB mix in Starfield? You want to go with that one? Really? This is a jet black screen. Okay, I'll humor you. I'm free for the rest of the day. I'll humor you. I'll slay your dragon. Let's slay the dragon. Let's go fly it back and we'll go higher. Up near the atmosphere, up where the sky is clear. Let's go fly it kite. You know, it's interesting for someone who basically does not support black technology. The UV mix is really freaking dark. You know that? That's why we requested his white levels, which he hasn't displayed yet. Because my mix, called my light mix, that I made, actually produces a better white level than his UV mix. So this is his right here. This is his product, which is that's his product, the UV mix right there. Now let's go in and let's pull up Starfield Screensaver. Right, but Ken, it's going to do it. It's going to pull a black level equal to your screen. Yeah, sure. Yeah, dark gray screen is going to pull a black level equal to a black screen. But we'll see. Told you. No, not going to pull up. Screen's gray. It's not black. That screen's literally a black screen. Same thing like a Nova. It's a black screen. They pull 100% contrast. This is not 100% contrast. That's gray. Now, the reason why it looks darker, because he displays it in a dark environment. And if you display something in a dark environment, it has the appearance to be darker than what it is. Till you get it home and use it in my environment, and then you're like, it's not as dark as I thought it was. That's the same thing about the black diamond. The black diamonds, I thought for the longest time when I saw that screen was literally a black screen. I was baffled by, like, how the freak did they get a black screen to produce an image? Like, I was really baffled by that. But then when I got it in my possession, it wasn't black. It was actually a gunmetal screen. Now, you have different shades of black. That is true. But there's a difference between gunmetal and black. And even in different shades. Gunmetal is like a dark gray. Which is where Crow's at. In the dark category. A person who does not support dark technology has some form of dark technology. The only problem is just not that good because it can't produce a proper white level. Oh, cleared that one up, didn't we? All right, well, that was fun. I'm bored. I'm going to go over it and pull up the My Mix right here. This is for you Crow fans, especially for you. You see this right here? This is My Mix right here. This is the product that I made. This cost me $15. You know how I learned to make it? I mean, you want to know how I learned to make it? I learned to make it off Crow's tutorial video. That's how I learned to make it. I went in and found a video. Somebody sent me a link and said, hey, Ken, I got a video. You might want to go see it. And I was like, what is it? And he says, do you know Crow has a video out showing him making his product? And I was like, yeah, right. Who's crazy to do something like that? And he says, no, it's right there. It's right on YouTube. You can go look at it right now. And lo and behold, there it stood. Metallica Mix 2.0. The same paint we purchased from him for $107. Showing him making a paint out of black and white paint. And then throwing up and giving it all this kind of... now, mind you, when he did the video, just to be fair, when he did the video, at that particular time, Crow used to give out his paint for free. Did you know that? You didn't know that much about... I know a lot about Crow. Crow used to give out his products for free. He used to. And then he started charging people for them. They were like $50, and they went from $50 to $75 to $85 and so forth. But he used to give them away for free. He was mad at us because we wouldn't give away our paint for free. And I explained to him this is not a hobby, it is a business. So that's how we met Crow many years ago back when we had the D5K, when he wanted to give us information about the product. And we wouldn't give it to him, and therefore he became obsessed. And that's how we bumped into him. So anyway, he gave his product out for free. That's why there's a video out there showing him making the product for free, because at one point he used to give it away for free. And then he decided that he wanted to start charging people for it. Now, I don't understand this. If you're giving away a product for free, it's not really costing you anything. Because, you know, you only had one video where he did it on. There's no other video that he did. He didn't do it on any other screen paint but that particular screen paint only. So it really wasn't costing you anything if you were just giving it away for free. And you already had the credibility to begin with that people did like the video, and that the item that you were giving away for free was helping a lot of people out. And that's what his attitude was, oh, you know, I'm in it to help people. I'm in it to not make money off of them. And that was Crow making that comment about he's not out to make a profit. He's out to help people. And then sooner or later, he started charging people. Now, why is Crow so upset? I'll tell you why Crow's so upset. Crow shot himself in the foot. Because what happened was when we were selling our products for the price that we sold our products for, and we had testing to back up our products, which means all the testing you see me put my screens through that nobody else will put their screens through, making our product different from everybody else, that's what we were doing. While he was doing the same demonstrations as a painted screen, sticking in the dark, and voila, there it is. And he came at us as saying, well, basically, you know, you guys are stealing from people, you this, that, and the other. We had the same products. Well, we had the same products. Back it up. And this is how it's been ever since. Back it up. And he's never backed up anything at all. Just like the challenge we just gave him, never going to back it up. Just like the things we told him to do, never going to back it up. Just going to cut as many corners as he can to come up close to backing it up, but not to where it's supposed to be. So this is where he shot himself in the foot. So he's charging him $50 for his screen paints. And as he's charging $50 for his screen paint, he can't go any higher than that. You know that, right? And if he made a screen paint that was worthy of $400 or $500, he couldn't sell it for that price. Because he shot himself in the foot. Because he wanted to become this person where I'm saving you hundreds, I'm not going to charge you. You can't charge anymore for your product because you made yourself seem like a person who doesn't go over that particular price point, because that's not the kind of person you are, and therefore that would make you a hypocrite. So therefore you are stuck in your price range of where you're at. No matter how much you try to advance your technology, you can only get what you can get from it. And that's what he did to himself. Now, the other part, denying black technology, which you should have never did, because if you had noticed that projection screens on the market, the high price ones that cost the most money are darker. Those are the more advanced screens. If you ever want to upgrade your technology to a darker screen paint and get a little bit more money for your product, you can't do it because you've made such a big yell and scream about how black screens are trash and this, that, and the other, so forth and so forth, even though you got a darker product over there. And therefore, you can't do that either, because that still makes you a hypocrite. So yeah, he shut himself into a nice little box. That's where he's at, and he's slowly suffocating himself. So that's his problem. When you come to business, you have to come full glass. Sorry, half glass. You always have to have half glass. I started developing light technology way back 8 years ago. The only thing that changed my opinion was seeing that. And I mind you, at that particular time, I swore up and down that I was seeing a contrast level, that I was seeing a black level. That's what I thought I was seeing. Until I got that black diamond sample sheet in my hand and I saw what that screen was supposed to look like, what my projector was supposed to look like, what I was missing from my projector. And that's what changed my path. So even though I don't like screen innovation, they are responsible for basically putting me on the path of black technology that got me where I'm at now. Because of what I saw that day, that changed my mind. So he can never land on that path because he makes himself a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Oh well. And then cutting all the corners and stuff, you know, people can see that a mile away. You got some people that are so, you ever heard being intelligent, too intelligent for your own good? We have people that are so intelligent they feel they can fool the entire world, but deep down inside you can see the crap that they're doing. Like, you know I can see, right? Like, really? Yeah. That's what he has. Because there's no excuse to explain why this man was sitting in an apartment with the lights out, hugging up on top of a screen, trying to convince you all that the screen's on a contrast level. I mean, really, seriously, it's one of those numbers where you just take your hand and go, what the freak am I looking at? So, yeah. What are we doing here? Okay, we're all done with all this, we're all done with that, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like I said, everything he tries to mimic, every try he makes from us is just a complete fail. Like the Novas 19s. That screen is designed to be peeled off when you're done with it. That's what the technology is for. It's designed to take a direct hit from the sun. And his demonstration, he thought the screen was clear. So he came up with that Jack Frost or Frost paint or whatever it was, and then realized that the paint was dark gray and came back in and deleted that video and tried to cover that up. Went on some vacation to Disney World, came back, and then tried to make some black poly and black paint and mix that together. And then the image was coming up dirty and gritty on one side. He had no light hitting the screen. When he sat in the window, there was no sunlight hitting the screen at all. The sunlight was completely across the street. But he was trying to say, look, it's across the street. It's making contact with the screen. It's not making contact with the screen. If you're on the beach and you get under an umbrella and the sun hits the umbrella, it's not making contact with you. It's making contact with the umbrella. So I don't know where he gets these from. So. But anyway, we'll be back in. We're going to do next, my mix. And my mix is amazing. I'm going to tell you that right now. My mix is absolutely freaking amazing. Amazing. You want to see a little demonstration before I go? I'll show you a demonstration of my mix. See, what you got to learn is when you develop screen paints, those you want to get into this field, none of your screen paint codes can match. None of them. Not one of them at all. You know why? Because somebody decides to reverse engineer your stuff. At least they don't have all of it. They have maybe some of it, but not all of it. That's why none of our stuff, all of our codes match. Or say if you sell technology to somebody, you can't make that product anymore. If anything is in that product or what's in that contract, you got to write down the ingredients, what's in there. And if anything matches in there of what you were selling, you could be sued for it. Because it doesn't belong to you anymore, you can't sell it. So that's why it's smart to make all your products with a different ID of identity. You make them all, you got to change them out. And then that's where the research comes in, and cracking books and all that stuff, and learn about physics and light and all that, and the nonsense comes in, and fake is done, you know. There you go. Oops, let's get you up there, because you don't need to fall over. There. I'll tell you something. When you talk about, the blue screen getting scanned, the blue screen scan, you dickwit. First things first, let me explain something to you. We had light blue screen paint way back 8 years ago. It was called Sky Blue. It's on my channel. It's not a deleted video. You can find it. Do your research. It's right there. It's called Sky Blue. The problem with the Sky Blue at that particular time was it didn't have really good contrast levels. It was very, very light screen paint. Picked up amazing white levels. Colors were but it didn't have that pop to it. So it sold a little bit, but not that much. And then we tried darker versions of blue that would work well with it, but then they came out blue, literally blue, blue, blue. And then we were blessed to figure out how to make a screen coated where we can actually keep the same screen and change the color at the same time. And that's where that color shifting technology turned the screen dark and all that stuff that came into play. But like I said, when you have technology, you have to make it over and over again and again to keep improving it, to make it better. How many Apple products do you have in your home? How many times you buy an Apple product and they tell you, oh, this is the latest Apple, and you turn around, boom, there's another one coming out, and then another one coming out, and another one coming out. You have to constantly keep upgrading your technology. Apple, I think they go too far with it. Man, they bring out stuff like, oh, this one came with a power supply pack, and this one came with a bigger screen, adding stuff to it that everybody already has. I'm not a big Apple fan, sorry about that. I just think they overdo it sometimes. off. Technology didn't constantly change, like Sony and all these big companies out there. They didn't change their technology and keep upgrading. You wouldn't have the toys that you have in your home right now. You'd be still sitting up there with an 8-track player, a reel-to-reel, big old giant wooden TV set that you got to turn into the Incredible Hulk just to move from one area to the next. That's where you would be at. The old relic technology constantly change technology. Whew, man. All right. We're going to put my mix up. We're not going to do this for this demonstration, it's for the next demonstration, but we're going to do a glimpse to show you what we have here. So, what Crows understand is that when you have, you make screen paint or any kind of product, anything you make in life, you're always going to have a company out there watching what you're doing. And that company's going to look and say, I wonder how close I can come to make that product react exactly the way it's supposed to react. So, the interesting thing about our products is people can try to mimic them, but in order to have the real deal, you got to pass all the insane tests underneath of it. And some people just don't want to go through that crap. They're going through all those crazy tests. And that's what pretty much protects our company the most, is the tests that we do, the demonstrations we do, are a little outside the box. And most people won't go near it in fear they're going to fail it. And the reason why we do the demonstrations live, because on live, you can't make any mistakes. Because if your product fails on live, it fails on live. So imagine all the test demonstrations are all done live. You know how hard that is to follow? Even on my end, keep in mind, anytime I run of those tests, anything can go wrong. The screen might not pull up. White levels may come up too dark and you can't see the screen. Anything could happen. Every time you turn the projector on, we're blessed that the image pops up. Every time. So anything could happen. So I can sit there and say easy and say, look, if you have our technology, let me see you pass every last test demonstration live without one mistake. Back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Flawless. We're not going down that road. If they fail one of them, they don't come close to what we have. We should use 5,000 lumens for this one. 5,000 lumens would be good for this one. Let's see, Crow doesn't have any test demonstrations under his product. So that's why it's easy just to mix black and white paint together. What are the tests we're going to run? And the lights out, high power projector, we got that right now. Now, for those of you who bought his product and you didn't know any better, I do feel sorry for you. I really do. You know, some people are just trying to get a good screen paint, and they just, you know, same thing like people get caught up in knockoff projectors. You know, it happens. But this individual should know better. Urge for some angel food cake. I might bake some angel food cake tonight. Some spaghetti, some pasta, some homemade garlic bread. Got it shifting in the back. That's the projector getting ready to fire up. So we have 5,000 lumens. I'm gonna start putting up my projector before this thing is ready. Oh, I gotta load this all upstairs again. After I gave it so many things away. I don't even use these projectors. I bought them. I thought I'd test them out. I was curious to see which one of these projectors, how they react. So I bought 5 of them. And I don't use them. I might just give some of them away. So there's my mix right there on 5,000 lumens. Give me a little more of my, oh, it's on my stand, that's what it is. My projector's sitting right on my stand. All All right, so that's my product I made with black and white paint. And real quick, this is Crow's product, Metallica Mix 2.0. Now, you have a look at that. That screen just completely disappeared right there in the screen. Now, I'll unplug my phone just for a minute. Battery's dying anyway, but just a picture up close so you can see. Told you, perfect match. Perfect match. We learned to make that product from the video that he displayed on his channel that he deleted, making it out of black and white paint. That's how we figured out to make it. Blue screen. See if we got the right one on our remote controls here. Blue screen. Oh, YouTube. We're outside of the YouTube. Here we go.
Train our body.
Star fill. Pulls up the exact same contrast as this screen, no problem. Pulls up the exact same white levels. So you can see that pulls up the exact same white levels as this product. Same white levels, same contrast. This is a product he got on camera and talked about how advanced it was and how beautiful the visuals are and the contrast and all that stuff he put into it. And at the end of the day, black and white paint. Let's go to color blue.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. Pulls up the exact same color blue. Same color red. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Pulls up the exact same color green. Exact same color paint. All we had to do is multiply its measurements. We put in, for 1 quart, 2 tablespoons of 2 tablespoons of black paint into white. You just had to multiply it for a gallon. That's it. TLC 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
So next time you want to come into my channel and you want to call me all kinds of trashy, nasty names, remember this: you're an idiot. You know why? Because you bought paint from a man who sold you black and white paint. And not only did he sell you black and white paint, but we put the information out there so you will know that he sold you black and white paint. It's even attached to a video of him showing you making it out of black and white paint. And yet you come in here and defend him and insult me. At the end of the day, I got a grin on my face because you're an idiot. And for those of you who don't know, well, now you do. So that's why I told Crow, be careful about going around calling people scammers and all this stuff, because you're the biggest scammer on YouTube. You have scammed so many people out of a product that you claimed that you could do this, that, and the other, and we were able to make it by using your tutorial video. That's how we did it. It was his own video. All right, so I'm gonna leave out of here real quick. I'm gonna put all that information at the bottom. Be sure to check out the video for yourself, and you decide from there. All right, with that being said, gotta go in. God bless.